Sweet. Am I live? Yay, it worked. Excellent. Let me go this way so that the camera follows me. And certain parts of the room don't need to be seen. Sorry, I just got off the shower and I look like a hot mess. Hi, guys. All right, wait for people to come on in because I know it takes a couple of minutes for the notifications to go up. And hopefully whoever pops in can let me know if they can hear me. The first person to pop in will be able to help me with the sound check. That would be much appreciated. As soon as you guys pop in. But it looks like, see the mic moving. So, yay, Kratos. Thank you. Hi, Kratos. All right, let me move myself closer. Yes. Ugh. Hello, sir. Dan goes, welcome to the future, to my time zone. Dan, we are exhausted, and I am so happy that this live stream is happening early-ish because, man. All right, awesome. I'm glad those things work. Sorry for the late start. We are always building the plane as we fly it. Hello from Germany, Dan's time zone. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm not reading the comments out loud. I lost my train of thought. What I was saying was hi, and something along those lines. I am not accompanied by Dr. Evil, who is currently in the comments with his shenanigans. He is currently at Gold's Gym Berlin, getting in leg day. So I am doing this, or at least I'm starting it off on my own. We're starting late because I had to go grab dinner because I have to go to bed early tonight, which will be, it is, now when people ask Dan, what time is it? I can help answer that question. It is currently 6:27 p.m. And I need to go to bed within the next there's a fly in here, at about 10:11 p.m. our local time, so that I could run the marathon tomorrow. Yay! Ryan Fry, we are in Berlin, Germany right now. Dr. Evil is at the gym, getting in his leg day. He normally does that on Saturdays, so he's not skipping today. JL, no, I'm late. You're not late, Jay. I'm late. We don't have the usual. Oh no, it's okay, because I was typing. That's why. Oh, you got to charge it. Sorry, I'm being assisted by thing 2 right now. You got it?
If you guys gonna type it, it's gonna be a bit difficult.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I was typing before. The thumbnail will go up eventually.
Oh, you didn't?
No, what Discord is still loading. I tried to open it and it still says downloading update 1 of 1.
Okay.
So we'll worry about thumbnail later. No worries. One has been created by Thing 2 because she's amazing.
I am taking that as a.
Hold on, let me pop out this chat so I can make you guys a little larger and not miss any of that fun. Okay, the first fight is on. Yeah, I know I normally ask the question if you want to. Now it's asking me if I'm on cancel. Goodness gracious. We're just fighting with Discord right now on this MacBook. All right, I know the ladies are fighting right now. I will get into the fights in a moment. Let's go. How is everyone doing? Dr. Evil says, a little pixelated. Well, I'm not sure if there's much I could do about that. And
What's specific?
like you see the little boxes. Here, let me get back to the comments. Not top chat. I need live chat. Live chat. So I get everybody. All right. Got the live chat now. What's going on? That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's Discord coming up. All right. Dr. Evil tested the like button and it works. And I'm not reading the rest of his comments. Oh, energy drink. We're basically running on adrenaline since we got here. So we arrived yesterday. Yeah, we got here yesterday. Yes, we got here yesterday. So we took an overnight flight out of New York, which left the New York time zone. Okay, it was scheduled to leave at 11:55 p.m. New York time, and we actually left more like 12:30, like midnight the next day, and arrived here at about 2 p.m., 1:30, 2 p.m. I am not a person who can sleep anywhere, so none of us got much sleep on the airplane. And we spent most of today sleeping because you're just exhausted. But I think we're all enjoying ourselves so far. It's been a learning curve for all of us in another new country.
If Godfrey is there, let him know that we figured it out.
What?
The parking thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'll get to that part in a second.
Yeah.
Actually, I could pull up comments on my cell phone. Why don't I do that? Because I like to make things difficult for myself.
Yes.
Just, I'm smart sometimes.
Oh, of course.
The Wi-Fi was working so well, and now apps are taking 50 years to load. It added to the minutes of us being late today. Anyway, that will come up in a second.
I need to change thumbnail right now.
I dare you to read it.
I'm
I think you just see my cheek.
No, that's so cute.
Thing 2 is in the background right now, trying to help put up the thumbnail. That crowd in, where are they? Paris right now? They are going nuts. This is coming apart.
What crowd are you talking about?
The UFC crowd.
Ah, okay. Sorry. It's
That's okay. Well, I can read the comments in the meantime while that's loading. Well, of course, when I go to read it, it's loading. So Jay's here. Brian Fry says, have fun. We are having fun. Definitely having a lot of fun. Oh, the Wi-Fi was fast before. Now it's like,
I think it's because of the
Mhm.
I need image, right?
Uploading. And then leave it open for now because it looks like it hasn't finished saving. I wouldn't close that window yet.
Okay.
And it's just for the UFC fight. That one, yes. All right. All right, back to the comments. Yeah, someone go live. Okay, so what happened was, thing 2 and went out to go get dinner or to go buy dinner to bring it back here so that I could eat while this is going on. And everything around here closes at about 10 p.m. and I need to be in bed by about 10 p.m. So we didn't really time it very well. Part of the reason why we're late. Sorry again. But yay, Jay gets to be here for the entire card. Ryan has family in Bayern. I'll look up where that is in a moment. Man, we are buffering right now. The connection here is not so great. So if I'm pixelated, sorry. And I'm going to sit up there in a moment. I'm just sitting on the floor. Jay asks, how's everyone's day going so far? Please, everyone, let us know how your day is going. Dan is having a great day. I'm glad, Dan. Jay says, a woman missed weight by 3 pounds and was shaking on the scale. Shaking as in, Jay, like shaking in fear, or shaking as in she had a bad weight cut and looked like she was sick? Like, how was she shaking? DG says it's a hair better now. Yeah, so if I end up looking pixelated, apologies. My UFC stream it's freezing mid-fight. So you guys will probably have to tell me how the fights are going, because at the moment, it just stopped for me. There's nothing.
Oh.
And it just broke. Well, let me know who's winning. I'm gonna close out some of these.
Let me.
Kratos has a question. Do runners cover their own plane and... Hold on, I can say that in a second.
Yeah.
Make sure this VPN is still connected. Yes. Kratos asks, do marathon runners cover their own plane and hotel for the race or no? Yes. Everything comes out of our own pocket. We pay for everything. You have to pay for registration to go in the race. The only thing you get for free is the medal for actually completing the race, and you get a finisher's t-shirt. But, oh, yay, thank you. Oh yeah, I could see how I'm pixelated. The only people who get any expenses covered are going to be pro athletes. I don't know which expenses are covered. That would depend on their contract with whatever sponsor or whoever is, basically their sponsor, whoever they're running with or under. They might have some of the expenses paid for. Like Kipchoge, if he were running, he's not running Berlin. It'd be nice if he was running it. You're like, wow, I'm running the same race as Kipchoge. He is not, but there's some other great runners who are running. Yay, stream is back up. Okay, I can sit down and basically squatting. Yeah, so the airplane ride, and one of the things that kind of suck about doing this particular activity is that while we could say running is a very inexpensive sport or activity, because I know
I
we
never
just
felt
talked
that.
about it.
Yeah.
Because really all you need are sneakers and some running clothes and get out the door and run, right?
In sense.
Which is true. However, when you really get into it, and if you want quality equipment and sneakers, it gets really fucking expensive. And with everyone traveling for large races, not just Berlin, the price of everything gets jacked up. So the price of airfare gets jacked up, the price of hotel gets jacked up. If we were to do this trip again, we would not spend nearly as much money if we do it during a time when there isn't a marathon. But the experience is great, and I don't regret spending money. I'm having fun. I think we're all having fun. This lady is scrapping. Now that my stream is finally up, If anything major happens during the fights, please let me know. I'd appreciate that. Thank you, my assistant. You might as well come on the stream. We can make this a habit. Any international streams, you show your face. You did that for London. You might get to show your face. Or if you pass in front of the mirror, they'll be able to see it. Walk that way. Right? So they can see you. All right. Get to the other messages. You can go 6 hours into the future. I was texting my sister. She's like, hello from the past. Like, hello from the future. Oh, yes. And well, I know I was going to get to that, babe. And shout out to Godfrey. He is not in the chat. I'm hoping that he joins the chat. Godfrey is from Germany. He lives here. And this crazy man drove from his town, which is in the southern part of Germany. It takes some hours for him to travel up to Berlin. He drove up here yesterday to meet us. And he's a pretty freaking awesome dude. So we did get to meet Dave in person. He got in a workout session with Dr. Evil. And a few hours later, he started talking about how his back was starting to get sore. I'm curious how he feels now. Dave, have you reached out to Dr. Evil and see if he's alive and if he's able to use his arms? When you get here, you can describe or go into detail of how you tortured him. But from what I remember, I think they worked out biceps and they worked out back because that's what Dr. Evil was doing. But we really, really, really appreciate that he got in the car and drove up here. And he lives far. And yeah, we really, really appreciate that. That was pretty awesome of him. Pretty awesome of him. And I also know that he's not a fan of Berlin. He doesn't like being in Berlin. And he came anyway. So that was awesome. Like I said, we all went out for dinner. We found an Italian spot for us to eat at, which was extremely helpful because most places close at 10 p.m., which is why we went and got dinner now. It was great. I hope he's able to join the chat. But Godfrey is a pretty cool dude. And we hope to see him again and meet him again. This won't be the last time. David, if you guys want to put in your predictions in the chat, I'd say, oh, and I see David already put his predictions, and Dan put his predictions. I'm not able to copy and paste it over to track it today for this particular stream, just because we don't have the desktop and I can't do the usual stuff. But please track your step, and whichever fights you did have a prediction for, just chime in if your prediction was correct or not. I won't be able to verify it, so actually David would probably verify it if you were correct in your prediction, or if you suddenly changed your mind mid-fight. David goes, the French crowd. I'm betting deodorant is only being worn by 15% of those in the arena. I just know that they're really, really loud. That's an amped up crowd. Ooh, I want to see Bruce's jacket. David, what do we think of Bruce's jacket? I'm waiting for a close-up so I can see. Split decision. Anyone was paying attention to that fight, let me know if you agree with that decision. David was finally a card where Dan doesn't have to stay up till 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm happy. No, I don't want that. I'm happy Dan doesn't have to stay up. You don't have to stay up. I mean, if that were the case, if it was a card where, you know, it was at the normal late time, Dr. Evil would have stood up and would have stayed up and done the stream like he did in London. I would have gone to that almost. All right, David has. And says he doesn't agree with the decision, but he does agree with the winner. All right, I was messing with the computer while that was happening, but yes. David has Brendan Allen. Dr. Brian that is fighting tonight. All right, like I said, as these fights happen, let us know if your picks were correct. David and Dan have the same picks for Coleman, but opposite picks. They have the same picks for me, opposite picks for Coleman. So part of our adventure being here, stuff that you learn the hard way in another country. Oh, okay, I'm going to get to that story in a moment. So thankfully, the hotel that we're staying at is only a block away from the supermarket. Lidl, LIDL. It's like a sister company of Aldi's, I think. And I know very little German. I know a little bit of German. But the majority of the time, and I only know a little bit of German because I've been doing Duolingo for the past, I'll tell you right now, 293 days, according to my Duolingo. I'm like 293 days free. I don't know. When we got here, I was like, well, I'm going to order some stuff in German. I've been speaking all in English. But it's nice that I've picked up some words and I'm able to read some labels. So I went to buy a 6-pack of water and ended up buying a 6-pack of carbonated water. Oops. I meant to buy still water, went back and I went back and bought some still water. So that's, you know, American new mistake number one. Thinking that I was buying still water and then I was buying sparkling water. So yeah, that's not going to be easy. What was one? Oh, you didn't realize. All right, so at least in the States, when you enter a room, the electricity is technically active. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, let me roll back to the water story. We have tablet electricity available. We travel with stuff like this so that they don't bother us about liquids. So we'll get like the tablet airborne or tablet new hydration. I can see how it's so you could just pop these into a water bottle. And since we didn't realize that it's carbonated drinks, someone who was in the chat and is not currently here, who's working out his legs, put one of these in carbonated water and it exploded on the counter. That was fun. Godfrey was here for that. He witnessed all of our awkwardness. And it was great. We didn't scare him away. So, you know, it's an excellent day. What was the other that I was talking about? Oh, electricity. So at least in the States, like I was saying, electricity is on everywhere, unless Con Edison, which is the thing that runs the electricity, has turned it off. So you can just walk into the room, flip the switch, and everything turns on. And we did not know that here, or at least at this hotel, you have to take your hotel card and put it in this little slot in order to turn on the electricity for the room. So I was going crazy, flipping all the switches, trying to figure out why none of the lights are turning on. That was fun. Front desk staff have already looked at us like the crazy people a few times. New mistake or American mistake number 3. Oh my God. I'm gonna read in my comment. Uh, American new mistake number 3. I didn't know that the first floor was 0 in the elevator. I pressed 1 because 1 is usually the first floor. So what if we don't make mistakes? It could be worse. I like how detailed you are, Jay, in your main event pick. Brutal punches to the end. I can't say it. That really says it. And the hype train of Monroe's big mouth. Babe, we're back to regular ring girls. You're not dressed fancy like you were before. I'm not reading it. Mm-mm. I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it. I agree with those. It will never be like it was. Back to professional bimbos. Yeah. Oh wow, is this fight already over? No, he's hanging in there. He's hanging in there. I don't want it to end in the first round. Come on, fight back, fight back. Um, Good job for hanging in there because I thought that was Moicano. Looks half his age. He's got Chase Cooper syndrome. High five for him. He's hanging in there. Definitely slowed down there. How old is he actually? I wasn't even looking at that part. He's probably gonna look like he's 10 until he's 50. And back on the feet. Don't get knocked down again. JL asks, did you hear Silicon O'Malley said he's having surgery on the 3rd of October? Rob said he wants to fight O'Malley in November. O'Malley says his recovery time will be 69 months. Is Marab slow or what? Um, just slow. Yeah. I did see a headline in the article. I didn't actually put on the article to read it. But yeah, that O'Malley was injured in the fight. Injured already walking into the fight. I'm not giving him that as the excuse as to why he was so just off and not present in the fight. I don't know. He wasn't present at all in that fight. Um, but yeah, I mean, somebody having surgery 1 month and then going to fight the very next month just does not seem smart or realistic. I've got to chill out. Let's see if I can find that article. Yeah, Google will go for me. You might not load in time for me. Let's kick. She goes, yeah, but if O'Malley pulled out, the UFC would be scrambling to find an opponent and would be mad at Sean. David says O'Malley will never touch the belt again. Nothing like that. You see, oh, here you go. I could see that argument where he was injured coming in and didn't want to be that guy who pulls out of a big fight um, right before it happens. I'll let you guys debate that in the chat. His body kick. And then that counter for from bars good too. Some scissors. So for all of the runners here, we have to wear this wristband to prove that you're a runner, which is weird because we also have a bid that we have pinned or will have pinned to our shirt, but the shit is falling apart. So yeah, I need to clip this. I'm just glad we're actually able to watch UFC while we're here. I did have to do the VPN again. We did it when we went to London, but I used NordVPN, and they gave me some trouble um, trying to cancel my membership. And I remember having these technical issues while we were out there. So this time, instead of getting Nord, I already had a back and forth with them trying to cancel it last time. I'm using ExpressVPN. Has anybody used that before? It seems like it's stable so far. So this is the only way I'm able to stream ESPN Plus here. So it's been good so far. I'm happy with it. But after the month is over, I'm gonna cancel it. I don't think we need this VPN forever. It's basically so I can just stream this while we're in another country. And also so I could download movies for the flight back. Even though I didn't really watch the movies on the way here. I used them more to help me fall asleep. There was this one lady on the airplane. She was knocked out the whole time. No eye mask, lights were on, people were talking, dishes clanging around, and she had no problem sleeping. I was very envious of her. Jo says, look how long Izzy got away with it. Being injured in MMA at the highest level only goes so far. I mean, hopefully he has a speedy recovery. I'd like to see him fight again. I wouldn't be upset to see him fight again, whether it's for the belt or not. I'm watching him. I'm just hoping that, and I think you see this with a few fighters, that once they lose their belts, you know, the ones who we all think is big shit, you know, they think they're big shit. Once they lose their belts, just the performance kind of goes down, and I hope that doesn't happen with them out. But we'll see. See it back and forth in the chat. I'll let you guys do that. Dan goes, shouldn't you be working out, Eagle? He says, I am squats and deadlifts today. He's the only one who's gone to the gym. We have a gym here in our hotel, but the gym is more of an afterthought. It's not the greatest gym. I didn't expect it to be a great gym. Hotel gyms are not spectacular. They're not great. We had a pretty decent gym when we stayed at the hotel in upstate New York when we were all traveling from the 50K. And I remember Dr. Eagle had done a live stream, or was doing the MMA live stream while he was in the gym. But the gym here is tiny, and yeah, it's tiny. There is also a pool here. Thing two and I were gonna try to do that today and try to enjoy the pool, but we just slept. got up not really early. I had breakfast, went back to the supermarket to get a few items for cooking because we have a little kitchenette. We got one of the hotel rooms that's more like an apartment. So this is the living room with a little kitchenette in the corner with a stove and oven and things like that. And then there's a bedroom. So that when it's time for me to get to bed, I could do so in a separate room. Something I learned the hard way when we were in London. Uh, it was an apartment style room, but because it was a loft style, the bedroom technically was not in a separate room. So I had to sleep with Dr. Evil's noise canceling headphones. I don't know why I didn't take that into consideration when planning for London, but I did for this one. Separate bedroom, so I can just sleep. Back to the comments about the lady who was sleeping on the train. Dr. Evil goes, I think that woman was on some kind of drugs. She didn't even stir when turbulence hit or any of those other things happened. Maybe. I I mean, shit, if we end up on another overnight flight, I should probably take some Benadryl. I didn't think of that. Again, learning the hard way. If we do another overnight flight, I'll pop in a Benadryl. That would help me sleep. Maybe she popped in or something else. I don't say. Oh, we got knocked down. Um, she didn't even have a neck pillow. Like I looked like a crazy. I had the neck pillow so that my head wouldn't move at all. I had worn a mask on the plane only because I didn't want to catch a cold before the race. That would be awful to travel all this way and spend all that money. And I suddenly have a cold, race day. So I had that on. Then I had the eye mask. Basically, all you could see was my forehead and the top of my head. Yeah. But we do have better seats coming back. So on the way there, we flew, as this flight is going on, I'll describe the airplane. We flew with Norse Airlines. Has anyone flown with Norse before? NORSE. It was our first time flying Norse. They are a budget airline. Um, so it's all economy seats and then premium economy seats are the front. So their business class are premium economy seats. We sat in the economy seats. No, not first class. They don't have a first class. Norse doesn't have a first class, which is why they're a budget airline. But I mean, the plane was huge. And I was able to get us, even though we were in economy, because the premium economy was sold out. Otherwise, I would have spent the money on that. It turned out to be the cheapest airline for this particular trip, which was already expensive. Like I was saying before, traveling for large races, the prices of everything it's jacked up. It's jacked up. Um, So it's one of those airlines where you have the premium economy, and then you have a large section of seating, the economy, and then there's a middle section with the restrooms, and then the back section of the regular economy seats. So that little section where the restrooms are in the center, it's like right behind the wing. There's a lot of leg space, so I was able to get that first row because when we all travel together, Thing 2 and I are short. We're 5'1". She's like 5'1.5", 5'2". We could sit anywhere and we'd be comfortable. We don't need that much leg space.
I 5.3.
She just yelled out from the other room that she's 5'3". She claims she's 5'3". Dr. Evil, who needs more leg room, I can't choose just any seat, and I'm not going to drag him to the other side of the world and have him cramped up in the seat. Like, that's not worth it. Like, while I know he's not the traveler and is as excited to travel as I am, I'm not going to make the experience miserable for him. So we were able to get the front seat of that particular section. He had to pay like a little extra, but it wasn't anything crazy compared to a non-stretched out seat. So I think the leg room was good. I thought the seats were comfortable, but I had trouble sleeping, and it's just oh, Jeremy, guten Tag. Or actually, it's evening for me, so I would say guten Abend, which is good evening. And then when I leave and go to bed, it'll be good enough. So, you're an asshole, babe. Good nothing. Um, it was nice having Godfrey here. Jeremy, you missed that part. We got to meet Godfrey in person. So he was able to correct me on some of my German pronunciation, like when I was saying that I was hungry. So anytime I said something, I was like, did I say it right? So it is Ich bin hungrig. I'm hungry. Actually, I am Ich bin hungrig. And I have a pizza sitting on the table waiting for me. I'm going to grab that in a moment. Whatever. She's 5'3". I mean, I don't think so. Whatever. I stand up straight. Nah. But yes, on the way back, we will be sitting in um, in premium economy. So seats will be a little wider. I think they recline. They're not lie flat seats because, like I said, it's a budget airline, and that's totally fine. But it'll be a little more comfortable, and I think I'll be more likely to fall asleep. Um, Jared goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I love gluten. I love bread. The bread here, I will say, is delicious. So I came with the expectation that bread and coffee are delicious, and I have not been been proven wrong. I'm not disappointed at all. We got bread from the supermarket. It was yummy. We got coffee from the local coffee shop. Yummy. We love it so far. Oh yeah, Dr. was saying I was shocked at how good the in-flight meal was. Seeing it's so for the because it's such a long flight, you had the option to do a meal and a snack. I just opted for the meal because the meal is served at the beginning of the flight and the snack is served about 1 or 2 hours before the flight before we land. And I figured with an overnight flight, we'll probably be sleeping most of the time. I can't believe that Altamirano has survived. Good for him, man. I'm like talking and trying to pay attention at the same time. Oh, we have a little bit of blood? Not enough blood. Not enough blood. A little bit of blood. And his face already twisted. It's starting to paw at the nose a little bit. I wonder if the bleeding is coming from here or is the bleeding coming from the eyebrow? We got a tiny bit of blood. And the output isn't the same as it was earlier. Oh, hi. What happened? Oh, okay. Oh, a little bit of it. You should move it. Oh my God. He really almost got a last second knockout. That would have been spectacular. That would have been spectacular. Last minute knockdown, but not last minute knockout. Um, so yeah, the food was great. It was I had chicken and potatoes. And Dr. Evil had teriyaki beef over rice. It was good. So for a budget airline, yummy food, really yummy food. And then on the way back, since we are doing meals and slippers and a blanket, so awesome. Now I'm realizing I'm getting it's like I'm in the matrix. Sorry, there's no way I could speed that up. David goes, this fight was a banger. Yeah, that was a good fight. Can't really give you a breakdown of who I thought won. Damn boring. Yes. Dan goes, I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to go another way. Not Altamirano's day. Knocked down in all 3 rounds. Cat fighting. Mm-hmm. Cat fighting. Dan goes, hit your hand, sound like a million. Yeah, he fumbled at the finish line. He did. I thought he was going to get knocked out in that last decision. And he knows he lost. He doesn't look disappointed. He looks bruised here around his collarbone. Oh yes, Jeremy, you missed that part. Dr. Evil is at the gym. We found Gold's Gym out here. So he's in, well, if you look up Gold's Gym Berlin, that's where he is right now. Dan goes, yes, like it. Today is the day for him. He did work out back in biceps yesterday. And he did, see, I told you, international streams, you got to show up. You doing pushing up? Yeah. Thank you. Killing your back? Yeah. Probably. Better. Oh my God. The cable for the laptop is really short and it's plugged in on the other wall, which is why I had to scoot up. Jeremy says, hello, thank you. Hi, Jeremy. Dan goes, a rare moment. Yes. So, like I was saying, he's out in Gold's Gym. Good thing he is there because the hotel gym starts. But also, with me doing, I do the marathon tour, and he is doing. He's doing his Gold's Gym. I'll say Gold's Gym / Powerhouse because there isn't a Gold's Gym everywhere. But there's usually like one or the other, Gold's or Powerhouse. I did see that not far from Gold's Gym, there is a Powerhouse here in Berlin, but it doesn't look, at least in the photos, it doesn't look as impressive as Gold's. Oh, no, because now that I'm sitting up like this, just the top of my head was, but it's fine. I think he's going to do a live stream on his way back from the gym. He didn't do it the first day because first time driving in another country, nerve-wracking. I really, really, really appreciate that he's doing the driving because that allows us to explore other parts of. Dr. goes, I'm going to do the live stream from the gym because the sun is going down. Okay. You're probably going to go to the gym. David goes, here comes the twerker that missed weight. Oh, okay. Maybe she feels like if she jiggles her ass with the fact that she lost weight. Yes, so he's doing his Gold's Gym tour. I know that there is a Gold's Gym in Japan. I think there's a Gold's Gym in Korea. Is that Korea? Mm-hmm. So basically, they're looking that up. It's pretty cool. Jeremy goes, we only usually see her face on special occasions. Yeah, you caught that, Dan. She misses weight and then has a sign around her neck that says GOAT. I hope she gets knocked out in the first round. This is a fight where I'll watch fight packs. I'm okay watching fight packs. Oh, I can't really hear the commentary, but actually good because I don't want to hear about her It's not. It's oh, I could see versus coat. It's clean. I'm not super impressed by Bruce's coat, Bruce Buffer's coat, but it's a nice color. It's clean. It's subtle. It's all right. It's all right. But yeah, babe, it's a good thing you didn't see it because she, as Jay let us know, she missed weight. You can't hear the commentators because then I have to raise the volume. Honestly, I'm okay not hearing the commentators. Um, she had on a chain, one of those like big, obnoxious chains with the giant, medallion in the center that says "goat" on it. And as she's coming into the cage, she looks all smug and shit, like she's putting on a performance. What happened? Oh, here, I'll pull it up here. No, 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 it's okay. I'm working on this.
You don't
Um,
understand?
No, I'm good. Thank you. She looks very, very smug. Like I'm just walking, her posture is just gross. Um, oh yeah, it's finally loading. Really long time to load them. So it's a good thing you're not witnessing this. Her jail goes, she's thinking it's cute and all, the weight requirement isn't optional. She really is like, I would still be annoyed at the way she is kind of like prancing around. Oh, good job. She's been taken down. Embarrassing fashion. That was excellent. Um, she's walking around like her shit don't stink, and not in a entertaining way or a way that I think is valid for her. It's annoying. She goes, I know whose suit is better. You do know whose suit is better. Versus, even though this isn't his most spectacular suit, this suit is the better. And Dan goes, if I saw correct, she's only half a pound over. So she came in at 136.5 for bantamweight. Um, we're talking about it right now. Hmm. It did kind of sound like he was giving her a pass on it. I mean, if she felt like she was going to be slow with the weight cut, then don't fight in this weight class. It's not a good weight class for you. Go up in weight class. Here we go. As Jay says, at the end of the day, months in advance, we know the weight class we need to be at for like 2 minutes. Clear difference in speed and shrinking. Dan goes, and it's not like she doesn't have weight to lose. Look at those lazy ass. And now Perez is in full mount. Hmm. Commentator says Perez is strong in this position now. Yes, of course she does. Yeah, as soon as this fight is over, I'm gonna go get my pizza. You look like you're ready for sleep. Sleeping? Just that. Let's see. Mm, just tapping. Oh, that's gross. Babe, it's really good you didn't see this. That was so unprofessional. So you twerk in her face after you beat her, and then go to embrace her like now you want to be professional? That was gross. Yeah, agreed, Jay. Big disrespect. That was gross. I don't want to hear them talk. All right, guys, give me 2 minutes. Let me go grab my pizza real quick because I have to eat dinner early so that I can get to sleep in a few hours. Just give me 2 minutes.
Mm.
Mhm.
Do you want to? So it sound like it. Just
Almost done, I swear.
that's pretty big one.